Hi everyone, Joe March here, also known as Sorcerer, and this is going to be another video where I tell you to go see another video, just like last video where I told you to see another video in my video. Right. I recently did an interview with Pixie Dust and Spirit Alchemy, which was an excellent experience this time, unlike the last interview, which was more about witness consciousness, the messenger, all that stuff that I've been working with. This one is about what it was like to grow up with kind of a Christian background and then slowly move into something that's more occulty. I really get into a lot more about what it was like for me as a kid and what it was like for me as a teenager growing up and things than I have on my own channel. So if that's something you're interested in, I suggest you check it out. Link in the description. Toward the end, we also get into what I'm into now, which also is very similar to what the person I was having an interview with there is going through as well. So it gets into some more stuff on what we've talked about recently on this channel, I think, in a better way than we have here, just like in the last interview where I think that interview process made it much easier to talk about this stuff. So if you're interested in that, I suggest checking out this video as well. So again, link in the description to Pixie Dust and Spirit Alchemy's interview of me about my time growing up Christian and then into other things. And if you're still not convinced to watch it, here's a small segment just to get you tantalized so that then you'll go and check it out. I have kind of played across the entire field of theories on what magic is back in the past, where I had a period of time where I was like, oh, it's all in the mind, as in like in the hard meat of your brain or whatever, psychological, like that kind of psychological. And then where I'm like, no, wait, spirits are definitely something else. And now I'm all spiritual. And then where I'm like, is it both? Is it neither? What's going on? And I went through all that on the old channel, trying to figure, like, find my way around.
Yeah.
And now I'm at this new thing where I don't even see the body as us. I see us as this kind of everything, but that doesn't quite explain it well. I feel like that's the thing. Everybody hears it everywhere, and you're like, that's not a new idea. We're all part of everything, and then we're experiencing ourselves through this life. Yes,
Yeah.
that's correct, but it misses that there is still some somethingness of us that is separate and unique.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to see things as like, well, that uniqueness, that unique self is the real us, and it isn't tangible here. And so even my thoughts that I have, those are more like a prompt, it feels like, where it's like, okay, I think about something, ideas pop up, and I can decide which one to follow. But I'm the one deciding which one to follow. I'm not the one coming up with the ideas. At least that's what it feels like now.
Right.
And that can be really scary when you first start going that way and start being like, a lot of this is programmed stuff.
Yes.
That we're just doing, that our bodies just do on their own. And this can also be why we have a lot of trouble getting ourselves to do stuff that we don't want to do. As in, like, my body wants to eat a big chocolate cake. I want to lose weight, but it does not care.
Yeah. Right.
And if you understand that that's actually accurate, then you can see why trying to force it to not eat the cake isn't working, because you're treating it like they're one and the same. You're going, oh, I am failing at not eating the cake. Like, no, your body is going to eat the cake no matter what you say. And that's what you're not realizing. And so you got to find some other way to get it to not eat the cake. You got to outsmart it, sort of. And that's why we have all these tricks and whatever.
Yeah.
And as you start to see it that way, it starts to make sense. But it really takes a long time to dawn on you that's like, oh, well, I'm not really my thoughts, or I'm not really this, or I'm not really that. And eventually you're like, wait, what's left? And it pulls you into this other space. And that's where I get to that. I think we are, as the mystics say, this like thing that permeates everything. Like maybe Brahman is one of the words for it. Or, you know, I call it the eternity. We are that thing experiencing itself through multiple people. I think that it's more complicated than that. I do think there are levels where, like, there's the eternity, and then there's like gods, and then there's like these messengers, and then there's you, and it's all the way down. But it's still the same oneness that's experiencing every one of the steps along the way.
Right.
And you are experiencing a human life, but you really, I think, are that messenger experiencing it, is the best way to think about it. Like, there's you aren't really here like you think you are.
Right.
And that can be a dangerous thought if you're not ready for it, because
Yeah.
people can take that into a wrong direction and become very like separated,
Yeah.
detached from reality. And I think you even see that in mystical groups where they'll be like, oh, well, I just want to become one with the eternity again, or the all, or whatever they call it. So I'm going to separate and go to a monastery and do nothing. It's like,
Mm.
that's not the answer.
Yeah.
You need to still be here in the world doing the hard stuff that
Mm-hmm.
is difficult and feels difficult because it should. And that helps to make you a better person. But you have to remain aware that you're this other thing at the same time. And that's the difficult part. That's the challenge that right now I'm going through, is trying to not
Mm.
just remember it when I'm talking to you, when we're talking about the occult, not just remember it when I'm in meditation, but remember it when I'm doing work.
Yeah,
Like if I'm
exactly.
hammering out code, I have to also remember that I am also this other thing, and that everyone is also that other thing.
Yeah.
And that just because I'm aware that I'm that other thing, it doesn't make me any better than someone who hasn't figured that out yet. Like we're all still the same thing. Like we're all that thing trying to learn itself, sort of. It's like,
Yes.
well, I've got a little bit of it, so I should share it.
Yeah.
And that's what becomes now the goal. It's just like, okay, if there's someone where I can share a little bit of that too, I should do that. But I should do
Mm-hmm.
that because it helps me, because I'm them, if that makes
Mm.
sense.
That makes complete sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
and that's actually kind of spot on to the point that I've been at lately, personally,
Yeah.
with the meditation that Friar gave me. It's all about separating,
Mm-hmm.
like you might know it or do it, I don't know, but it's the witness consciousness, where
Yeah.
you are separating the outside world, the body, the mind, the emotions, the will. And I think he does the whole I always say it wrong, Advaita Vedanta system.
I
You know
can
what I'm
never
talking
say it
about?
either, so I know
Yeah,
what you mean.
yeah,
I'm always afraid to say it because I know I'm going to butcher it, but I
I
know what
know.
it is.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so hopefully I wasn't too far off then, but
Mm-hmm.
but that system, and the first couple of days that I did that meditation, this was at the time where I had expressed to him, this was not long ago, where I expressed to him that I felt like I needed guidance, I felt like I needed a teacher, I felt like I just needed a mentor on my spiritual path, because I was just kind of like, what's, how do I keep going? And I started doing this meditation, and just within the first, I'm still doing it, and just within the first
Mm-hmm.
couple days, I realized the power and the danger, like you said,
Yeah.
of that sort of awakening, of that perception shift, of detaching from the mind and the body and the
Mm-hmm.
emotions and the will and the urge, and actually feeling that separation
Yeah.
from
It's kind of
while doing
scary.
it. It is,
Mm-hmm.
and I literally like I had done the meditation earlier in the day, and then I was like doing laundry or something, and I was just thinking in my head about it, and I was like, holy shit, like I've exited the matrix, like this
Yeah.
is what now? And I paused, like I stopped myself in my tracks, because I was like, what now? Like nothing matters,
Mm-hmm.
and it was all a little bit existential for me,
Yeah.
and just for about a
Yep.
week, and then I kind of settled back. Were you gonna say something?
No, no, it's 100% how it feels. That's definitely it.
Yeah, yeah, and so I'm still been. I gave myself a 30-day challenge to do this meditation, and also like a writing challenge, but
Mm-hmm.
regardless,
Hey, my
and
journal is part of how I actually make sure that I remember what I figure out. It's like
mm,
I get these understandings. I understand it very, very well when I'm in that state,
mm-hmm,
as if I know more.
right,
And then I come back to this like fleshy body, and only some of it stays. And if I don't write it in my journal, I
yeah,
might as well just have to learn it again. So yeah, a
yeah.
writing challenge is not a bad thing.
It's not. No, it's been honestly such a great challenge, and I hope to do it beyond 30 days.
Mm-hmm.
And that's it's funny, because it's like, I don't know if you've ever done like psychedelics or anything, and I mean, I'm not a heavy psychedelic user anymore, but
Mm-hmm.
when in some of those sort of spiritual enlightening psychedelic experiences you have, it's the same sort of thing. Or even with dreams,
Right.
like you have this profound realization, and you're like, oh my god, I have to tell my friends that this is the answer or whatever,
And then it's gone.
and then it's gone.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. And it was just like that. It was that same level of depth, and profundity. I don't know if that's the right
Mm-hmm.
word, but that I had without being on psychedelics this time, just doing the
Right.
meditation.
Yep.
And for a few days it really made me detached. It really made me just like, I'm gonna play video games because I
Uh-huh.
want to. I'm not gonna
Mm-hmm.
do what and so it's kind of more recently been this reintegration back into, okay, like I still need to do things,
Yep.
I still
Yep.
have desires, I
Mm-hmm.
still would like to write my book and do my YouTube and all the things, but it's like a shift in energy just as far as how I'm approaching it, and still kind of integrating into that. And for a while, you kind of feel like you're floating. I felt like I was floating. Like I felt like
Mm-hmm.
I would wake up in my avatar body and
Mm-hmm.
I was just
Yep.
going to the grocery store, seeing all these NPCs. I know they're not all NPCs, but I was like,
Yeah.
everybody, we're just in a video game here. Like
Yeah,
we're
that's what it feels like.
just, it does. And it's
Mm-hmm.
crazy. But at the same time, I'm grateful for that shift because I feel like it was necessary. Like I was ready for that at that point in time.